Have you ever stopped to ponder what's causing our world to heat up at such an alarming rate? Today, we're diving deep into the enigma that is climate change. Climate change, a phenomenon primarily triggered by human activities, has become the defining issue of our time. The burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and gas, releases greenhouse gases into our Earth's atmosphere. These gases, notably carbon dioxide, act like a blanket, trapping heat and causing global temperatures to rise. Since the late 1800s, the Earth's surface has warmed by an average of 1.1 degrees Celsius. This might not seem like much, but even a small increase in Earth's average temperature can have severe effects on our climate. The last decade, for instance, was the warmest on record. This increase in global temperature has a cascade of consequences. We're seeing more frequent and severe droughts, leading to water scarcity. Wildfires are becoming more common and destructive. Sea levels are rising, causing flooding in coastal areas. The polar ice is melting at an unprecedented rate, and extreme weather events such as storms and hurricanes are becoming the new normal. Climate change also has a profound impact on biodiversity. As habitats change and become inhospitable, many species struggle to survive, and it's not just about the environment. Climate change affects human health, food production, housing, safety, and work. So, who's responsible for this? The largest emitters of greenhouse gases are countries like China, the United States, India, the European Union, Indonesia, Russia, and Brazil. But it's important to remember that this is a global issue, and every country has a role to play in addressing it. To avoid the worst impacts of climate change, we need to limit global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. But with current policies, we're on track for a 2.8 degrees Celsius rise by the end of the century. This is a daunting prospect, but it's not too late to change our course. Solutions to climate change involve cutting emissions, adapting to the impacts, and financing the necessary adjustments. We need to switch to renewable energy and have our emissions by 2030 to stay below the 1.5 degrees Celsius target. We also need to adapt and protect vulnerable communities from the impacts of climate change. But these solutions require significant financial investments. That's why events like the UN Climate Change Conference, COP28, are so crucial. They provide a platform for nations to commit to accelerating climate action. To summarize, climate change is a complex issue caused by human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels. It's resulting in rising global temperatures and a host of environmental, social, and economic impacts. To combat this, we need to reduce emissions, switch to renewable energy, and invest in adaptation strategies. The battle against climate change is a battle for our future, and it's one we cannot afford to lose. Each one of us has a role to play in this fight. So remember, understanding climate change is not just about knowing the facts, it's about using that knowledge to make a difference.